One thing I've been wanting to do for such a long time now is to actually record a video entirely in English. Because again, you guys know that my entire routine is pretty much in English. I got transferred from Brazil to the US, like to New York City, because I always did projects in English since I lived in Brazil. But I never actually had time to do something like this because it's quite a lot of work to do like the subtitles. So finally, I took some time to actually make the video. I'll record my entire routine in English and also try to show a little bit more of the work also in English. Maybe record some meetings, of course nothing crazy because I don't want to get, like a lawsuit or something, but that's kind of the idea. I want to show like our life too and how we kind of learn English together, how I've learned English in my life, in my early days and when I was a teenager, and show like the whole thing in English as well. So yeah, I'm quite excited to do that and show everything for you guys. And the first thing that I like doing in the morning is pretty much making breakfast for both of us. Right now, I'll probably cook like some scrambled eggs and make an avocado toast for Julia. And coffee-wise, I'll probably do like a vanilla latte because I really want something sweet. So I'll get like vanilla syrup and pretty much do like a vanilla latte for both of us right now. And that's how we kind of start the day. I'm trying to get back on track with running. I'll go right now to the Prospect Park for like a quick run. But again, dude, I got sick last year and I pretty much lost all the progress that I made in a full year. I got sick 3 times and I don't want to do it too. Like, I don't know if I want to exercise anymore. Yeah, my bed feels good, just chilling feels good, but I'll try. I'll make it happen today, so I'm going for the run really slow and chill. It's not as cold as used to be during winter too, so that's good. I'll try my best. But yeah. So I just came back from running and I'm pretty much ready to start the day. And the thing is, today's quite a chill day. I don't have like a lot of meetings to go through. So pretty much I have my daily meeting with like the project team. So it's pretty much like a full hour where we discuss about the things we're doing today. We did yesterday and also a little bit today. So it's just, again, it's daily. Right now what I need to do is to finish some templates that I started this week. I'm going through like a phase called detail design. So it's pretty much mapping out all the specific scenarios and those type of things. So just to make sure everything's consistent. And at 4 p.m. I have another meeting that is to onboard a new designer. And what I need to do is pretty much go through like a design onboarding about the company and how things work. And also, not only that, this new designer will be my mentee, so I also need to cover a little bit how it works, like reviews, one-on-ones, to kind of explain like, progress, things that we can expect. So it's really fun and it's always really nice when like a new designer joins the company. So that's pretty much my day, design-wise and work-wise too. So 2 meetings, a few things to finish and meet new people. That's pretty much how it goes. because like Canada is such a cold country, I start to think about food. Like, what they're gonna do about food? Like, isn't going to south like better? I guess. But dude, I think like tsunami is by far the thing that I'm really scared about. Yes, I'm really scared about tsunami. Or tsunami, kind of see the thing coming slowly. It's not slow, but it looks slow because there's so much water in the horizon. So I don't know. I hate watching. Yeah, it's one of my favorite apocalypse movies just because of tsunami. It's there inside campaigns. Lucy, thank you for doing like all that work for like enhancing stories with like all the missing flows. Located like a page inside management and only got the stories portion for the flows within various projects, opportunities, and the stories. It just duplicated that, and I'm doing all the flows using like the new system that Daphne like she made a little flow like back in the day of like separating stories. So I'm going just going through that, I imagine. And like this is probably like how you guys mentioned optional. You can kind of toggle this off if it's not attached to any projects, I imagine. So one thing that I have here for you is a quick presentation that I can go through. Again, nothing too crazy too, but just to kind of talk a little bit about design as a whole and how we kind of do things related to different roles, and also a little bit of the projects too, about the mentorship and anything. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, because LA area. So yeah, so probably if you want to go to the office, that's probably the closest one, but still. So yeah, we design, build, and launch great like digital products people use every day, and it was the best thing ever. Same. So like usually once at like 2 weeks. I just finished working, but I still have like a lot of things to do, because in 2 weeks, no, actually less than that, in 8 days, I have a class to teach. And this time, what I need to do is to translate all the material that I created for this design class that currently is in English. So how you guys can see it right now, this is just some slides that I'm gonna run through like the class. This is a class 2, like between yesterday and a little bit today too. I already kind of translated a few things of the first class. The first class is just me telling about myself and the things that I did. And the second class is where actually things start, to ramp up a little bit. So I do need to start translating everything. So for instance, the name of the course that right now is Brand-Driven Interfaces, and in Portuguese is Expressando Marcas e Interfaces. So that's pretty much what I would do until like 8 p.m. or something. My goal is to have like everything translated until the weekend. So yeah, that's another thing that I need to do. And I need to schedule a live stream for tomorrow as well. Another thing that I need to do. So yeah, that's how my night will go pretty much. And then I'll play some games to chill a little bit. Another thing that I want to do is to separate some time to kind of go through the whole timeline of how I learned English when I was a teenager. Again, the way that I learned English, it might not be the best way for you to learn English. I just want to tell a little bit about the story so you can understand how things went back in the day. So, for instance, I was a kid who had a computer really early in my life, so I was on the internet quite soon, and with that I play a lot of video games online, and one of them in particular, I talk about this game quite often on the channel, usually on the live streams. It's called Crossfire. A lot of Brazilians used to play, you know, when you're younger, with some level up games as well. And the first time they opened up the game, you only had a server that was from North America, so it was Crossfire NA. And the first time that I played that, I had like a clan on that game that almost all of them were from North America. So we had like TeamSpeak for a time where I tried my best to speak in English with them. They would kind of correct me too and help me improve with English. So I always kind of learned within context instead of repetition. There was the video games, again, every sort of dialogue on games too, they're usually in English, so that helped a lot too. And another thing is content creation, right? Like following influencers and following people around the internet. YouTube is, you know, is on the internet for like such a long time right now. And I remember when we used to even like rate YouTube videos using stars, and they were like vloggers already, and I used to watch them too, like PewDiePie or Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. I used to watch like people from like different countries. You know, the main language was English, so I learned too a lot with that. So years went by, you know, watching those content creators always speaking in English and understanding like slangs as well. So how like kids, teenagers would kind of speak in English, so not only kind of technically or being like quite formal about it. And until today, I do watch like a lot of live streams in English. That also helps. I would say that live streams are actually one of the best ways to learn English, because people say what's up on their minds and how like sentence are made. There's no script behind of it. So that's pretty much how I got fluent in English. Was as a kid, as a teen, was pretty much again just consuming and being in context, adapting myself to those environments, which was really fun. But I actually went to a English school for 6 months because I needed a document to kind of leave abroad. And the name of the school, if I'm not mistaken, is Cultura Inglesa, and I did study for like 6 months so I could get, I just don't recall if it was TOEFL or IELTS, the name of the paperwork. I did exam, I got a paper, but I never actually used that. And on top of it, there was this school, the way that I actually learned, and I was also using English in, you know, daily, because my first internship was, I wouldn't say entirely, I would like speak like daily in English, but the majority of the projects and the clients that we had like contact when I was an intern, they're also, you know, English speakers, so I would also speak English when I was working. But the thing is, the way that I learn English is, I know that things are right because they sound right, but I don't know why. And that's why also like a little bit of the school was important, so we could understand and capture like why things felt wrong or felt right, which again was good, was nice this time. Okay, so that's the past and how it works today. So since 2016, I kept speaking, you know, learning, reading everything in English pretty much, like, because my work went from like that company to other like big agencies that also had clients and designers that are like native like English speakers. So since then, I still kept speaking in English, not only at work, but again, now I live in New York City, so if I go to do groceries, if I order a coffee, if I need to get anything fixed at home, if I need to talk again at the bank, everything is English. So also my routine is entirely English nowadays. And the things that I watch at the TV, when I go to like a movie theater to watch like a movie, everything's in English. And even what I read is also entirely English. And finally, another thing that I think is nice to talk a little bit about is how Julia and I, we talking in English, and we, you know, keep improving the way that we understand English. So what we do is, usually we do speak a little bit of English during like a period of time of the day. So we start to communicate in English like through like the morning, and I try my best to help too. That's why again I think it's quite important to have like an English teacher. She does have like English classes. The only way that I can kind of guide her through is, oh, this kind of sounds right. So I try my best to help her, but I'm not an English teacher, so this is the best way for her like to keep improving. And also some tips to help out everyone. I know that some people kind of ask for like a few different tips of how to improve in English. One thing that I love doing, and was also another thing that I kind of told Julia that helped me a lot, was when you start reading in English, instead of going into, you know, like a full book, get a graphic novel or, you know, a manga to kind of go and read, because you actually have the context of the image, like the visual thing, and you can start, you know, kind of create like some sort of relationship of the object or the situation and the word in English, so you can start to form those connections and get a better sense of what actually means. So consume content. Yes, like when you're watching like TikTok, Reels, YouTube, Twitch, whatever, like try to find like a content creator that you like that also speaks English, so you can, you know, in the background when you're working or doing something, you can keep listening to the person speaking in English. And another tip on top of that is, it would be nice if you could find people from different places, like not only, you know, just a single person and keep listening to the single person, but try to listen to people from different states or even different countries, because they do sound different. Some people from like specific states in the US, they speak faster than others. Like in New York City, for instance, like everyone is from everywhere, like from the US, different states from the US, but also from like a lot of different like countries. They do have like different accents when they're speaking English. Listening to people from different places is important to that, so we can get a sense of the accent. And the last one that I think is quite relevant too is how you make friends that are like from different places too. That's another question that a lot of people that watch the channel asks, like for us, that is, oh, do you guys have like any friends in the US or not Brazilians? And the answer is yes, we do. And it's really helpful to learn English and improve English, because they don't know Portuguese and maybe they are not like native English speakers, but everyone needs to speak English. So that's how it kind of can also improve. Like when I moved to the US with Julia, I already had like a few friends that I used to kind of send messages on Slack, talked pretty much like almost every single day. Another thing that I think is interesting is learning how to speak English is one thing. How you can adapt and be part of the culture too. Like if they do tell a joke that is related to a specific character or like famous person or maybe a book or maybe a movie or something that is kind of, you know, like a part of their culture, like do you understand? It's tricky because you need to know like how different states and different countries work, what they like, what they don't, like food. So you kind of need to study a little bit, but not like English itself, but the culture, which I think is really nice and is really helpful. So when you're talking about something with them and they're talking about something with you, you're both are kind of lined up in the same thing, and you also can tell about your culture to them. Again, I know that maybe you're not living in the US or in a country where like English is the native language. Maybe you're in Brazil, and one way to do it is find a friend online. But that's how I learned when I was a kid and had like a clan, a crossfire. Okay, so get back to work right now. And before that, one last thing that I want to say is don't be embarrassed about the way that you speak English. Like living in New York City, everyone has like a different accent. No one speaks like 100% like the best and perfect English that you can think about, and no one corrects each other. So it's totally okay. If people can get the message, great. You can improve, you know, when you think like the time's appropriate. So thank you guys for watching the video. If you like this type of video, don't forget to hit the like button, to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.